protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And James subbed in for J.R. Smith.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
With the fadeaway. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Some changes for Chicago. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Dunleavy. Ejuan Moore comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Brooks, that's a two-pointer. Here's Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the three, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
And the Bulls making a change here. Portis is checked in.
And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 and made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA and made threes per game after the trade.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the three department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
And he gets it to go.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, pound-the-rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Bulls trail by 13. Brooks with no one around. The second chance effort. Oh, that's blocked. LeBron against Mirotic. It's blocked. Down low. Poked away and stolen by LeBron. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago.
That's his first personal foul, 4th team foul. Substitution for the Bulls, Justin Holiday.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers timeout.
And how much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. Consistency, phenomenal.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, baby, groovy.
Chicago ball.
Here's Butler. 8 points for him. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And that's now 11 points for Jimmy Butler.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And the basket by Jones. So at Chicago now, a 12-point game. And stolen by Butler. Here's Mirotic. Here's Gasol. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Cleveland leading by 10. Jones, that's for 2. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Well, Cleveland shooting 45% in quarter number 2. And there's Richard Jefferson on the assist by Williams. Jefferson's got his first points of the night.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Gasol's shot is good.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well. tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Williams, and again it's Cleveland.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're faced...
And so we conclude the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the... What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points and 3 And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Bulls trail by 13.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
And here's James outside. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Rose.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to, won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Dunleavy, and it's Brooks in for Jimmy Butler. Cleveland also making some changes. Jefferson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Gasol, no good. And the Bulls did end up with the 3rd seed in the East. 33 of their 50 wins last year, Clark, coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played .500 basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins in 18 games against that division.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Dellavedova. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Rose. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bulls trail by 13. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 15 points for Pau Gasol.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
James, that's a 2-pointer. No good off the front iron.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard said.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Jefferson has a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to James.
for 3.
James has got 5 assists in the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Dellavedova from outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And here's Fry for 3. The shot is off. Nice D from Rose. Bulls trail by 14. Kicks it to Dellavedova. Stops, pops, off the left rim and out. For Chicago, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And Brooks gets it to go.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Tony Snell comes in for Brooks. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Derrick Rose. Here's Shumpert. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
To the inside. Here's Gibson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gibson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Bulls trail by 14. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 8 points here for Taj Gibson.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And here's the fast break. Here's Snell. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will. You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And the officials call over the back, a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Thompson no good on the free throw. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic.